Hi, welcome back. Our second case study covers Southwest Airlines. Southwest is an amazing case study for an organization that spends a ton of time and energy into developing people and making them operate as a great team. Those of you who have ever been on a Southwest airline flight, you know that Southwest is a different type of airline. From the check-in experience to onboarding to how the pilot make their announcements, everything's slightly different and sometimes tremendously different at Southwest. The culture at Southwest goes back to the early days. Their founder, Herb Kelleher, who passed away a few years ago, had a tremendous focus on creating a culture of collaboration, a culture where people cared about each other. It is no surprise that Southwest's stock ticker, as a side note, is not SWA for Southwest Airlines, but it's LUV for love. The love for their people, the love for their customers. Southwest prides themselves of being a company with heart. Not an airline, but a company with heart. And that is shown on a daily basis. Not only how they serve their customers and how they treat their customers, but also how they collaborate, how they treat each other. It is fairly often seen that the people who do the check-in also support the people on the ground that are putting the baggage into the plane. It is also quite often seen that the pilots help everybody else on the plane to clean up the plane. Why? Because they have a shared goal of making sure that they spend as least amount of time on the ground and as much amount of time in the air flying, because that's when the airline makes money. That shared goal and needing each other goes back to our initial definition of any team, and Southwest demonstrates that really well. And it's not only great for employees, it's also great for business. So similar to Nucor, when you look at the financials of Southwest, compared with other American airlines, you see that across all the numbers, Southwest does much, much better. There's a great podcast episode that dives so much deeper into the history and the culture at Southwest from how I built this. And I will refer a link to that podcast at the bottom of this video. I hope that these two videos, that these two case studies about Nucor, the steelmaker, and about Southwest as an airline help you see the value of teamwork and collaboration and how those things not only translate into higher employee satisfaction, but also into much, much better business results.